Yep. All right, cool. What's going on, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? Instagram is right around the corner. Let me know when we kick it off. All right, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about consultations. Typically moving forward now, every Wednesday, 9-ish, 10-ish o'clock, we're going to be doing some kind of a class for people who are just starting out in the industry. I think that the skill set that we focus on right out of school is dedicated towards cutting, coloring, which we're going to go over a lot in these Wednesday classes. But the business side of things, the consultation side of things, the ability to now know why you're doing a particular haircut, I feel is more important than just learning how to do a haircut. And the same thing with color. Like we learn about foil patterns and like placement, but you don't learn why or when it's the right time or the right person for that cut or that placement. And that has to get backtracked a little bit. You have to kind of start with the consultation. And obviously we always hear that. The consultation is first and foremost the most important thing that you have with the client for a multitude of reasons. One is to make sure that what that person is asking for is really what they want. Because people learn from TikTok, they learn from YouTube, they learn from just scrolling the internet. And many times what they're asking for is not the right terminology. So you are a hairstylist, you're a professional, you speak the language. They don't actually speak the language. So when they say they want warm highlights, they may in actuality want cool highlights. So typically the consultation is going to uncover what that person wants, how they heard about you, any issues that arise in the last salon they were at, or problems or struggles with their hair. Now, during that consultation, this is the moment where you have the opportunity to learn about this person, to be able to recommend products, to recommend a service, and all the upselling will happen during a consultation. And when I say upselling, it really shouldn't be thought of upselling. It's more upserving. You want to make sure you serve that client in every one of their needs on every single level. So if they come in and they have a hair concern, they're thinning, they have dandruff, their hair's dry, you want to pinpoint the reason why. You want to ask what their hair care routine is like. And then you want to be able to recommend a product or a service that will align with their hair goals. So when someone first walks in, we're going to do like a quick little mock-up. And we're going to pretend that you are actually a client right now. So someone walks in, hey, Jennifer, Nick. Now, you have an appointment book. It's important that you actually see their name and you use their name. So you want to make sure you're using people's first name and not, hey, hun, hey, whoever. Like we have to use these terms, but use their first name. It's more personable. This is a relationship. This is not a transaction. So you want to make sure they feel like this is a relationship building experience. So, hey, Jen, nice to meet you. I'm Nick. I'm your stylist today. Get that out of the way. Bring her back to your station. Now, what brings you in today? I see you're booked for a partial highlight. A lot of times people may have thought they were in for a full highlight, and you have to reiterate to them it's a partial. They said highlight on the phone, there is a booking error, or they just said something that completely was off the wall or misheard from your front desk. So you want to establish that that person is actually there for the right service. So, hey, Jennifer, I'm Nick. Nice to meet you. Come on over to my station, and now we're going to talk. You're here for this type of service, correct? Yes. Establish that. All right. Why are we choosing that kind of service? That's pretty self-explanatory. You have a second right now to find out what they're doing here, other than just getting a service, right? You want to make sure that, like, are you new to the area? If you're new to the area, then you can recommend restaurants, you can start building rapport. The conversation goes in one direction. If you're not new to the area, but you're just new to my salon, I want to know where you were getting your hair done previously and why you're in my chair right now. Like what might have happened in the past that caused you to leave that salon. So it's really important that you kind of get a little history of that person's experience with salons, so you don't replicate the same mistakes that happened and then cause that person to leave because they had a bad experience because you're doing the things that they didn't like in the other salon. A lot of times when I talk to a client, they left the salon because the person did too many people at one time, right? James, can you shut that door for me? Please, thank you. They did too many people at one time. And I do multiple people at one time. So I let that person know, hey, just to let you know, in my salon, we have co-stylists, we have stylists that help us out. I will never leave you alone with that person, but I do multiple people at one time, but I also guarantee my result. So right out the gate, if they don't like that type of experience in the salon, I want to let them know they're not going to be forgotten about. Not going to be forgotten about. So I'm here to help them understand this is how I conduct my services here. So now, if it is a price issue, if it was a issue with their hair getting damaged, hold on one second, James, can you just make sure like no one's yelling at you back there? That'd be perfect. All right, so if their hair got damaged, if there was something that caused that person to have a catastrophic event, you want to ensure that person that they're in good hands, especially if you work with an assistant. Because a lot of the times they blame the assistant for something bad happening to the hair, all right? In my salon, my assistants don't touch anybody's hair until they're fully trained. But they came for me. You have to build a rapport and build a trust with that person. This is why when I do my single processes or any of my services, I split the hair up with that person. So they're never alone. So get that out of the way. So now you have your consultation. Now you go on to the service part of things. And our salon's crazy there, by the way. People walk around, new stylists are in here. And so the next part of the consultation is establishing that they're sitting in your chair for the service that they booked. Like I said before, a lot of times they think they're cutting a full balayage, but what they want can't be achieved with a balayage, so you're going to have to do a highlight. And a lot of people think, oh no, I don't want foils, that's old school. This is your time to educate. You're a professional. You guide the conversation. You take them through the necessary techniques that have to happen in order for you to deliver that result. Balayage was really popular, like it still is probably popular, like hair painting, open air hair painting. You can't achieve certain results with it. I don't care what anyone says. If you're going from a level 3 or 4 and you want to be a level 8, 9, or 10, not going to happen with balayage. Sorry, and you could debate me on that all you want. You're going to need to incubate that hair in a foil. Teaser lights, however you want to do it, unless you want to do like 50 sessions to get through all that underlying pigment. So educate the person now on why certain techniques are going to be used, because if they're sitting there and they booked the balayage and now you're using foils, they're going to have questions, feel uncomfortable, and they're not going to trust you. So this is your chance to build authority now. After all that's said and done, you want to make sure that you ask how they heard about you. Was it Google? Was it Yelp? Was it Facebook? Because later on in the experience, you're going to ask for a review on Google, Yelp, Facebook, have them collaborate on a post with you. So at the end of the appointment, everything's all said and done. You did your end consultation, recommended the products, took them through the home care and the after journey of what's going to happen with their hair. This is your chance now to be like, hey, Jennifer, you loved your hair, right? You heard about us on Google, if I remember correctly. If you could do me a favor, just let us know how your experience was on Google. I would greatly appreciate it. And that's how you end the consultation. The consultation doesn't just happen at the beginning of the appointment. It's going to kind of happen as the whole journey and experience happens in the salon. You want to learn about that person. You want to learn, do they have a new interview coming up? Are they having life-changing events happening? Any birthdays, anniversaries, things that you could jot down in the client record. So every booking software has notes. It's up to you, if you want to create an elevated experience, to take really, really good notes. Basic notes, color formula, you got their birthday in there. How they take their coffee could be in there. But then you want to have like transformational notes and things that they said to you in the beginning of the consultation that they did not like about the previous salon, or certain conversation topics that you should stay away from with that person, or if that person's just a quiet client. Some people leave their job, come to the salon, and just don't want to talk to anybody. Put those in your notes, because that allows the next person who does their hair or reminds you, oh, this person doesn't like to talk. It's not that they're a bitch. They just are tired from work and they talk all day. So they just want to hang out in the salon and be quiet. That's what you put in the notes. Everything from formula, how they take their coffee, is there a wedding coming up? Did they go to a wedding this past weekend? So next time they come in during that consultation, because every single visit should have a consultation. Hey, Jennifer, how was that wedding you went to last time? How'd the job interview go? This now starts building rapport, and this is how you build transformational clients. They transcend into lifelong clients by building relationships. It's not transactional. So take the time to do a consultation on their first visit, their second visit, their third visit, and every single visit after. There's going to be some changes in it, but you want to make sure you're treating that client like it's their first time in your salon every single time. One of the biggest reasons why I see and hear clients leaving stylists is because it got stale and they just felt like another number. You should never make a client feel like that. It should be like the first date every single time they sit in your chair. So that's a quick lowdown on consultations. If you have any questions, please do me a favor, leave it in the comments below. I'm going to let James field any questions if they're in the comments right now.
Is this a live or a recording? The production looks so good.
Oh, really? No, this is live.
So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. You got to give me the mic.
You got it over there? No, I gave it back to you. But, no, you didn't. You're probably in the kit over there.
But any questions, put them in the chat.
Put them in the chat. So, yeah, we have some new styles today at the salon, so it's kind of chaotic in there. The doors opening and shit like that. But yeah, that's consultations. I think we're going to go in depth in consultation. This is just a teaser. This is like consultations 101.
Also, can you guys put in the chat if you want Nick to do more consultations?
No, we're going to be doing content in the salon as well. But right now, we shut our salon down on Wednesdays so we can actually teach in there and have like a full salon experience. But Jess is so loud, Lori is so loud, you can't go in there. It's going to be echoing. Yeah. Between Lori and Jess, it's like the loudness is out of control.
I can help it.
Yes, you can. All right, James, any questions for consultations?
Can I have a link to this video once it's done? It'll be up on YouTube live in the live section at all times. And
Yeah.
once we're done getting it all together, it will be up on the regular YouTube channel. So that YouTube at Bell 1.
But Victoria was supposed to bring in a model today, but she never brought the model in. So unfortunately, we switched up and did a quick consultation mini class. So we're going to keep doing consultations, but we had to do a little audible move today. But
There's some background noise.
yeah,
What's the most common way to keep records of each client hair color?
honestly, in your booking software, 100%. Your booking software is so powerful. If you don't utilize the notes and dating for each visit, like Jennifer Alvarez, 6/14/25. We did this. We did a 5N with a 6G5, whatever the hell you color line you use. But then also put how it came out, how she felt about it, where you're going with that hair. You want to leave detailed notes. Like if you did something and you don't want to do it again, then make sure that you put that in there. Hey, I tried this, it didn't work. I'm not going to do that again. So make sure you utilize the booking software's notes. You pay for it anyway, so make sure you utilize it. I can't stress that enough. Don't try using like a Google Drive or your phone notes. It's very powerful. Boulevard, Fresha, Mevo, they're all the same. They all have a note section. Utilize it all. And James, we got levels from the mic here. Yeah, we're good. All right, so that wraps up today's quick little consultation class, and I will see you all next Wednesday for the next live, but I'll probably go live throughout the week. James, wrap it up. Unless you have a question? Nope. All right, see you later, guys.